Welcome to Christensen Farms Research Barn 3. Today I'm going to be giving you a tour of our research nursery as well as going through the daily tasks of a caretaker here on site. So this is a research barn and we just conduct trials to make sure we are giving pigs the best quality feed, that they are staying in the best quality environment. So because we do run trials here, we have a couple extra pieces of equipment here to ensure that we are collecting accurate data. But first and foremost, we are a pig farm, so our main objective is to raise happy, healthy pigs. So without further ado, I will get started with the tour. So when the caretakers first get to the site in the morning, they will come into this entryway. And this entryway is where we leave our coats. It is where we put our shoes, and then we will sit on this bench here and we will hop into the showers. So everyone that comes to site has to take a shower. And that is for our biosecurity purposes, meaning we just want to keep our pigs as healthy as we can and try to leave any germs or bacteria that could be on our outside clothes outside. So we will transition over into the shower to take a look at that. So over there is our dirty line, so that is where all of our outside clothes stay. And then we have the shower area, and then we have our barn clothes. So all of the barn clothes do stay on site, they never leave. We have our own washer and dryer that we can make sure to keep the clothes clean. And then once we are out of the shower, we come out into the main office. So this office is where the team will do their stretches every single morning. This is where we will have our lunch, and this is where we have our team meetings. So it's a very important area as far as the staff goes. So the next we will transition out into our feed room. So this is going to be where we see the first piece of equipment that you will not see in a traditional barn. So this is our feed system. This feed system at its core feeds pigs, but it has an extra step right here in this mix tank where it actually just weighs the feed. So we give our pigs free choice of feed all the time, but we do weigh and track how much feed goes out to those barns or those pens. So the feed system will bring feed in through these white PVC pipes from the bulk bins outside. It drops into this little coil here, then it goes into our mix tank, down to our hopper, and out through these pipes where it will be fed to the pigs. We do have 2 feed systems here on site just to make sure that we can get our pigs feed in a good amount of time. So we have one that feeds 2 rooms and this one over here feeds the other 2 rooms. So next we will transition into our boot room. So this room is named because this is where we store our boots, but it also stores all the things that we need to keep ourselves safe out in the barn. So that includes safety glasses, gloves, dust masks, and earplugs. So we wear all those things to make sure that we can keep ourselves safe out in the barn. This room is also utilized to keep things that we need to take care of the pigs on a daily basis. It also holds our controller. So this controller is what controls the temperature of the barn. It has probes out in each room to give us an actual temperature, what the temperature should be, and then it lets us know if it is warming up the barn because it got a little too cold, or if it has turned on some extra fans to cool down that barn when it does get a little too warm in the middle of summer. We can also track how much water our pigs are drinking each day. And we can also separate or differentiate our temperatures by room. So this is one of the rooms. We have 4 here on site. So we can make sure that each room is set up perfectly for the age of pig that is in the room. So next we are going to transition out into the barn. So I mentioned at the beginning of this video that this is a research nursery. So what that means is pigs come from the sow farm at about 21 days of age, and they will stay here for the next 6 to 8 weeks of life until they're about 60 pounds. From there, they will go on to a finisher, and they will stay there for the next 3 months or until they are ready to go to market. So the phase that we are currently in right now is we are getting our weaned pigs in from the sow farm. So we just got these pigs in yesterday. So they are still adjusting to life in the nursery. And because they are used to being with mom and they are used to the extra heat, this room is warm. So they come in here and we want to make sure this room stays at about 85 degrees, and then the temperature will slowly decrease as they get bigger and don't need quite as much heat. So the caretakers, when they come in the morning, they will assess the room environment. They will assess how warm it is or if it's too cold. They will assess the air quality, and they will make sure that pigs are laying comfortably. This room is about half full right now. We will be getting more pigs in this afternoon. And after they assess the air quality and the temperature, they will go in and they will make sure that the pigs are all healthy. So what they'll do is they will walk in the pen and they will encourage all of the pigs to get up and move around to check and make sure everybody is okay. They will also come over to the feeders and they will check down here to make sure that this feed trough has dry, clean feed. They will also go over to that water cup you see, and they will make sure that the water cup is clean, that the pigs are able to drink nice fresh water. So these little guys also have this mat that you see where they can lay down and relax and have a little extra support when they first come in. So on top of making sure the room is nice and warm, we also work very closely with our nutritionists to make sure that we are giving pigs the right feed at the right time. So each of these feeds are formulated for the age of that pig's life. In the early nursery phase, they need a couple extra goodies to make sure they get started off on the right foot as they transition from mom's milk. So we do put, a little lactose in the diet, as well as some other goodies, and then as they get bigger, they no longer need those things, so we adjust the diets accordingly. So in a commercial barn, as it comes to bringing feed into the room, these are the same pipes that we saw up in the feed kitchen. They are just further down the line. So here, our feed will get brought out and dropped into the pen as those feeders get low. In a commercial barn, the feed would come from outside, come straight through that pipe, drop into a feeder until it fills up that tube all the way back up to that feed pipe. And that's how they know that feeder's full, and it'll move on to the next one down the line until it gets to the last one. And it'll just continue that process to make sure those feeders stay full. So these little guys get care 365 days a year. Whether it is a weekend, whether it is Christmas, these guys have somebody in here taking care and watching out for their health. So our caretakers work very hard to make sure that these little guys can lay down and enjoy life. Right? Well, everybody, thank you for coming along with me on a tour of our research barn. These little guys appreciate it too. Thank you.